and forwards in the midfield, not doing anything.
Yeah, mate. When there's like, I gotta be honest, when there's too many, it can be a bit.
I don't mind when there's lots of people. It was just a case of it was the same. Like we get the ball, it'll go to the wings, and then I'd sort of run backwards and forwards in midfield and maybe make a tackle every now and then.
Fair enough, mate. If I can get this sorted.
Did you win any more after I went off? Because I know
I can't actually.
I don't know if you played anymore, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't actually remember. Okay. Oh, it's right there. Okay, let's click on that. Ready? That's wrong now. Can I edit that?
You're a bit quiet on the stream.
Am I?
Compared to me, you are.
You're quite loud, that's why. Let's turn you down. Let's turn
We got
up.
Daniel says, "Howdy, partner."
Yo, yo, yo. How's it going, boy? Let me just double check.
To it.
Okay. Again?
Me to it.
I was gonna say, it's usually you getting in there first, isn't it? Oh, in fact, can I hear myself? It's probably because my mic's quite far away from me as well. I've not quite figured out what the mic.
Daniel says, "Howdy, partner." Me to it. I'll meet you again.
I completely fucking pulled my mic out then, didn't I?
Did it pop?
So I apologise for that. It's because the lead, I don't know what it's stuck on. It's stuck on something. It's stuck on here.
The thing that I always get mine stuck on. Oh, hello. Okay, what's happened here then?
Well, what has that happened?
Oh, it's back. Okay, that was weird. You're on the stream and in the stream, Jakey the Wizard.
I completely fucking pulled my mic out there. Right, let's mute that a sec. Alright, edit video. Make sure that we've got everything we need.
Yeah, my wire used to always get stuck on my chair because it's like got weird arms.
It's the mic wire, mate. The snowball ice. That's the one that's proving to be the problem. Yeah, you can hear me because obviously you're hearing me through the headset rather than the mic.
Through the headset, wasn't it?
Oh, I've just realised actually I don't think I've turned off the delay on the mic. Do that as well.
On mine or
mine.
Just turn the top.
So I'll probably be talking and then you'll probably be hearing me on the stream after. Save that.
It's not too bad.
Options. Pretty sure. Oh, is it okay? Is it? It's pretty close, is it?
Doesn't look that bad.
Oh, okay, I'll probably leave it then if it's alright. The internet connection, we will never have a problem with either. Rung them yesterday, mate, and it's up to 63 meg.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's pretty sick.
I don't know if Daniel's spotted any.
Right, let's see. I shouldn't need doing this anyway. Yeah, so that looks like it's all good. Right, so I can pretty much bin that one off now. Now it's just this one on this side. I don't know if anyone's talking or not, so I do apologise in advance if you're talking to me.
There's nothing.
Bear with me.
But it still says free follower anniversary for me, so I don't know what that's all about.
I think it may be 3 years.
I don't know. Well, that's what I thought last week, but it's still on there.
It will do, won't it? If it's 3 years, you will.
Well, I suppose so. Yeah, maybe.
Until it clicks over to a year, I suppose.
Maybe it stays on.
Yeah, it probably won't. Probably won't do anything. Videos. I'm a little bit confused with the Facebook side. I really am. Okay.
I'll pop a message up.
Battery what I got. Okay, so I can see your message, right? I can see Simon Sins has joined. What am I on here then?
Oh, I can see you're watching.
I knew. Oh, you can see that I'm watching?
Yeah, it says you're watching on there. Not from
Oh wait,
not
so
from
if I was
Chewy
to
THFG, from your own Facebook.
oh really?
Yeah.
That's weird. Okay, let's Cheeky as a wizard, I am indeed. Right. So if I do that then. See, that doesn't do it for me. What about if I like it? Oh yeah, so no, it actually thinks it is me there, even though it says that I'm in there to
Yeah.
you. It thinks that it
I
is
suppose
my
because you run that page, don't you? So yeah, that's probably
yeah.
what it is. And
I think if you like it now, it should play like a little jingle tune for us as
I
well,
don't
mate.
know. I've got sound off.
Oh, hang on. Have I even? That's Williams. I obviously haven't put it in here, have I? No, I haven't. What a dick. Bear with me. That's annoying. That would have worked. Right. Browser source. Overlay widgets. Add source. Put them on here, quite nice and small. I will put them right. Right, that should work now. If anybody is willing to test out the like theory, by all means do so. It should be beautiful. You've liked it again.
No, I didn't hear any sound when I liked it.
It should come up with a little picture as well. That's very
The
odd.
like sort of still floats like it did before. It was basically exactly the same.
Yeah. Hold on a minute. Let's just stream. I'm gonna test them. Because for some reason that did not. So let's have a quick gander before we get into our stream for this evening. Box. Maybe I have to like. Maybe I have to copy this. Maybe that's why. I add that. A box. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's do it in here. Browser source. Oh, fuck. Remove. Yes. Right, let's try again. Right. Browser source. New source. Alert box. Obviously, because we're still on the old side. All like new. If that makes sense, right? Well,
Oh, so Facebook's slightly ahead of YouTube.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Right, now, if I go back to...
Streamlabs, OBS.
Oh, where have you gone? When? That happened. There we go. Right, if I go back to this, I go...
Yeah, Facebook's a little bit in front of
Yeah, look. That's what it's supposed to do.
Was it work? The like thing.
Yeah, you'll see it in a minute. In fact, I don't need one of them. I don't need the one that I've just put on because it should be doing it anyway. Okay. Right, so let's try that again. Ah, Chewy, stop doing that. There we go. Look, test like.
Try test like. Let's get some sound up.
Oh, how cool that is. Yeah, should be working. Can you see that, can you?
I click like and just wait for it to pop up. Your one's just popped up. Oh, there it is. This is now my Facebook friend.
No, not working for you.
No, the one that
There we
says my like hasn't popped up. I don't know why.
It's really weird, isn't it? Like,
But yeah, yours did pop
yeah,
up
no.
with a little.
Somebody's going mental with the like buttons again. Is that you, Jakey?
No, I haven't touched it.
God knows. God knows, mate. That's weird. That is weird. I find that it doesn't always seem to do it. I don't understand why, but yeah. Very odd. I mean, I presume if someone follows.
I don't know.
Of course it was Paolo. Of course it was Paolo playing with all the little OGs. Wait, so if I do it on this one? Oh wait, no, I'm angry. Right, anyway, let's get into this, shall we? Let's get into this. Okay, so Jakey and Chewy talking football. First and foremost, I'm going to apologise. There it is.
There it is.
Why has it come up with that little thing? Yeah, Paolo has shared. Why has it come up with that little thing? Why has it come up with a stupid little zombie? Right, let me just check. Have I not fucking done the zombie one? Like what? What was that? That was share, wasn't it?
It's shared, yeah. Happened last time with YouTube.
Oh, what a willy. I have actually not done the. Out of all the ones not to do, I've not done the bloody share one, so I've still got the standard zombie running across the bloody screen. We will get that changed, guys. I'm trying to think what the other ones were. I've pretty much done all of them, I think. Anyway, moving swiftly on. What was I going to say? First and foremost, I do apologise for the lack of streams this week. I was going to stream yesterday, a bit of coddy waddy woo woo. However, the internet plummeted like 0.8 megs. I think the most we saw was 2 meg. It was nasty. So, Emma got on the phone and basically decided to find out what was going on. And it turns out that there was some sort of interference of, like you can change the channel within your router to what channel you're on. We was on one that was like pretty prominent to everybody being on. So they changed her over. And now I'm running at 66. So last night there was going to be a stream. However, unfortunately, for unforeseen circumstances, due to internet problems, I couldn't do anything. So, I just want to apologise for the lack of streams first and foremost. Secondly, FIFA has taken a little bit of a back step, minus pro clubs. Pro clubs, obviously, Jakey is our bread and butter at the moment. We're really enjoying that. So, pro clubs will stay. But yeah, FIFA itself, I've taken a little bit of a back step, mate. Now, it might well have been because of my internet connection, but I've been having a lot of problems in FUT Champs, mate. Like, stuff... Like, I played 10 games on the weekend, and out of those... I played, I think, 16 games on the weekend. I got 10 wins, and I think I lost 4 or 5. So, not a bad record, don't get me wrong. But 3 out of those 4, mate, I had, like, double figures shots on target compared to like my opponent who maybe only had like 3 or 4, and I was losing the game like 3-1, and I'm like, this is just stupid. Like, I understand that can happen in games, but like in a set of 15 you've got 3 of them that have happened like that. I just thought, do you know what, like, this isn't, I'm not enjoying this. I was getting pissed off with completely outplaying people and getting beat. Like, I just didn't understand it. It really riled me this weekend. Not to the point that I raged or anything like that, but I was just like, do you know what? I don't even want to play my games this weekend. Like, it got me that annoyed. So, FUT Champs and FIFA Ultimate Team is going to take a little bit of a break for a minute. The one thing I will still carry on with is free as a magic number. So, I should be able to, at some point, hopefully over the weekend, get a few episodes out of free as a magic number, because I've got... a bit of editing software now that I can use that shouldn't have no watermarks and stuff like that. So hopefully I can get a few free as a magic numbers. There will still be some FIFA Ultimate Team, but it'll be via my other account with the whole free as a magic number Road to Glory. That'll be what's it. Which should be pretty good.
Dad asked what was the...
Have you seen them,
I haven't,
Jakey?
no. My bad.
What was that record after I left?
we played really well after Dan went.
No, Dan, you were our rock, mate. I think. How many have we got? I think we've got 2 games left, and I think we need to win one of them to stay up.
We lost lots. I gave up. I gave
Yeah,
up. Actually, no. I think
I
most
think
people went off after I went off as well, didn't they?
I was gonna say, Jakey, I don't think that we stayed on much. I think I maybe played another 2 games tops when you went. That was probably about it, mate. The thing is, Danny boy, is the problem is I think what's happened is we've probably outplayed ourselves to a point where we're now in a division where we're coming up against more sort of like 80
We're playing like people like
7s,
87
88s.
and 88 pros, and we're like 8.
Yeah.
Well, mine's still 82 because I don't get any pissing points.
Jakey's 82. I think mine's an 82. You know, and a couple of the other guys are like maybe 82, 83. Like we were like obviously playing guys that are like a lot higher than us, and that's not necessarily the fact that we're getting matched up with the wrong type of teams. It's probably the fact that because we've only just started and we played quite well in the first 2 divisions. I think we're probably in the right division. It's just now we can really see that our pros are suffering compared to everyone else's pros in the division. So I think what's going on is, oh, thanks very much for the like, Steve. Much appreciated. So yeah, I think what's happening is we're getting matched up against guys that have probably been in the division a while, played quite a while, and unfortunately we're not getting. Oh, there we go. It's come up. Look, Steve James has liked it.
Hey.
Yes. I just need some sort of like music for that now. I don't know what to put with it. Hey, buddy. Because that's just like the standard ring-a-ding-a-ling-ling. But that worked. Happy days. So it's working now. But yeah, pro clubs. It's definitely going to be a pro club Friday stream, no doubt. I'm also thinking about sticking in some of the games that I need to catch up on, since I'm giving FIFA a little bit of a break. I've also got COD co-op to do as well, if you're up for that at any point, Jakey. I know that Monkey's like dying to get on the co-op, you know, the spec op things.
Yeah. Still not done.
I think they're like 4-player.
I think they are.
No, I haven't, mate. But I think they're like 4-player co-op. So Monkey wants to see if we can get like 4 of us together, like at least once a week, a set day, to get cracking with them as well. So, but yeah, if you're up for that, that'd be ideal. Oh, Danny's just looked. It looks like we need to win both to stay up. Marvelous. Yeah, I think we're going down.
Right. Go back down. We can win the league again.
Yeah.
Although I did manage to get a screenshot of us winning the league, so you know, I'll take that.
Yes, mate. I still got to make a thumbnail for the pro clubs actually, because that's done. So yeah, obviously I wasn't involved or anything like that, but that's regardless of that, it doesn't matter.
I got sent off anyway.
So you weren't in it either.
It was the goalkeeper lifted it, not me.
Brilliant.
I took
so,
one
yeah,
for the team so we could win the trophy. That was.
We'll get a thumbnail made up for the pro clubs that we can use every stream, so we know that it's Monstars. Like we'll probably get the old Monstars badge on there or something.
Yeah.
So that old Monstars badge is pretty cool, isn't it? So see if we can get that on there. I'm sure I've got it saved somewhere. I'm sure I have. So I'll be able to get that from somewhere. If not, I should have an image that I can find that I can cut it out of, if that makes sense. Yeah. At least stick it on, so it should be fine. Right, so Jakey and Chewy talking football. This is episode 23, and we are obviously going to like make the main thing about transfers as usual, because we are in the transfer window. Literally, when I done this scene, it was Tuesday, and there was fucking nothing going on. And as all you're probably aware now, there's been quite a few bits and pieces that are going on. You will be surprised that the next scene I done on Tuesday, when none of these people were deals. But it was quite a good guess, I've got to say. So let's get the next scene up. Alright. Get rid of that one. There we go. So, we have got, when it comes up, transfers. They come up. Bit of an odd one, have you just found?
Oh yeah, I thought he was a bit younger than what he was. Pablo Mari.
He's 26.
26.
I don't really know a hell of a lot about him, if I'm honest. Obviously, he's not somebody that... But then he has been in Brazil. However, this guy was on the books for Man City. Didn't play a hell of a lot of games, but that's probably where the link has come from. the fact that Arteta was obviously at City, as everyone knows. So I would presume he was playing or in the City or on the City books while Arteta was there. So he's obviously seen something in this guy that he does like. Presumably he's had a look at this guy.
He left last year.
Yeah, so he's obviously seen something in this guy that he likes. This guy has, from what they've said on their Instagram. Now I know that most of the time Instagram posts when a player leaves are always quite nice, but from what they were saying, like they were saying that these pretty much been one of the main reasons that Flamengo have actually won the Copa de Libertadores and the Brazilian League last year. They basically said something along the lines of the fact that he was an absolute rock and pretty much helped them to win the titles. Which is all well and good, but as we know, the Brazilian League isn't necessarily the best league in the world. However, one thing I will say about the Brazilian League, looking at like Martinelli and company, is it's a bloody fast league.
Yeah.
You know, there's some quick ass players. Now, he's apparently not very quick. I mean, I don't know how quick he is. He's apparently not very quick, but you know, it's proven in the Premier League that you don't necessarily need to be ridiculously quick to be a good defender. I know that Van Dijk's probably one of the best defenders in the league, who is fairly quick, to be fair to him. But you know, Maguire's not exactly the quickest, mate, and he's probably one of Man United's best centre halves at the moment, and he was one of the best centre halves in the Premier League. You know, so it's not necessarily something that you need in a centre back in the Premier League. So I don't know how quick he is. Like, I've not watched any footage on this guy whatsoever, but this wasn't confirmed as of this. This was, in fact, when I put the picture in, literally about an hour later, I actually read reports that he'd gone back to Brazil and the Flamengo owner has basically said that he'll still be a Flamengo player by the end of the window. So I was like, oh, great, I've messed up completely here. However, this is a done deal. Pablo Mari is an Arsenal player. He's on loan with the option to buy, I believe, at the end of the season in the summer. So he's on loan for now. Hopefully, it's going to be a good signing for Arsenal. I mean, you might think, wow, Chewy, you know, you've got a defender and you're not that excited. I'm excited the fact that we're actually signing players in positions that we need. The problem is obviously I don't know how good this guy is. I think the next couple of games are going to be the telltale signs of how good he is. I think it's probably one of the best times to bring him in because we've got Burnley and then I believe the Premier League's got a week off, I believe.
I think it's the week after.
Break. Week after.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the best times to bring him in because he's going to get probably some decent training with the lads and get to know the lads before he probably plays. I can't see him starting against Burnley. Apparently Mustafi's only sprained his ankle, so I would say it's probably going to be Mustafi and Socrates that will line up at the back on the weekend, or Socrates and David Luiz, I would have thought. So I can't see him playing this weekend.
David Luiz is straight red against Chelsea.
Yes, it was actually. I think
still be out. I don't know how many games you played since then. It's 3 games for a straight red.
He might well be. Yeah, it might well be. He might well be actually, mate. I think Aubameyang's okay to play this weekend. I can't remember, to be honest, off the top of my head, how many games Aubameyang's been out for. I don't know if the FA Cup counts or not.
I believe.
I think it does because it's part of the FA, isn't it?
Arsenal.
You might be right about Luiz, actually, mate. He might still be banned. So if Mustafi is injured, Mari probably could play. The only thing is these guys, I think, are in their off season at the moment. So I don't know how fit he's going to be.
That would be pre-season, I reckon, now, January. Just coming towards pre-season, so we might need to get a couple of games to get him going.
Yeah.
If David Luiz definitely won't be back.
He's definitely got another 2 games, is he?
He's got another 2, yeah. That's if the FA Cup counts to one. I'm pretty sure it does. So
it does. Danny thinks it does. I think it does. Danny thinks it does. You think it does. So it must do.
So Aubameyang should be
back. So Aubameyang should be back for Burnley. Yeah.
David Luiz won't be.
So I thought no, because David Luiz was against Chelsea, so that was only 1 game ago, wasn't it? Yeah. And his was a straight red.
Yeah, that's. This is I'm assuming it's what it's saying. Usually they say it's 26 minutes in. Surely he can't have been booked twice in that time.
No, he definitely wasn't booked twice, mate. It was like probably one of the first challenges he made, and yeah, the red card was actually given, I think, by VAR, or it was confirmed by VAR anyway. It's definitely. I mean, I feel a bit sorry for Luis, to be honest, mate, because I don't think if it wasn't for Mustafi, then he would never have been in that situation. It's a bit unfortunate, but it's the way football goes. So, right, Pablo Mari could even play this weekend. Then
So he could even play this week.
we'll have to see.
Depend on obviously how.
We'll have to. I think it's going to be dependent on fitness. Yeah, but I mean, he looked pretty bad, mate. I mean, he got stretched off. So I
it said it was.
Yeah, I can't. It's only a sprain, but I can't see him being fit enough to play this weekend.
Scan, apparently, but maybe that's what happened, and this article was pre-written.
Maybe, mate. As I say, I think I would say he probably won't play this weekend. Which means it will probably be Socrates and Mari, I presume. Because we got no other centre halves as far as I can think of. Well, we got Holding, I suppose. So he could play, and it really depends on how fit Mari is. Because if we've got him in on loan with the option to buy, I mean, he's 26. I mean, we're not going to be getting this guy in to be like sending him out on loan or anything like that. Like we're going to be wanting to buy this fella, I would have thought. So he's going to have to play to see how he gets on. You know what I mean? Like that's surely going to have to be the case. Anyway, Mari is a done deal. I'm happy. I might not look it, but that's because I don't know him. But I am happy that we're signing the right players. That's the biggest thing for Arsenal right now. So many times before we've needed players in certain positions and we've gone and bought forwards or something. So I'm happy we're looking at defenders. This is the other one here is Bergwijn. I think that's how you say his name. How would you say it, Jakey? This is the
PSV.
Bergwijn. Yeah. Right, now I don't know a hell of a lot about him, but obviously from playing FIFA this season, I know that he's had like 2 informs this year. So he's obviously a decent player. He's obviously playing very, very well. And let's be fair.
For PSV this season, scored 5 goals. He's 22. He made his debut for PSV at 17, and he's made 149 appearances and scored 31 for them. I know he's a winger, and I've heard about him for a couple of seasons. I know he's pretty rapid, but obviously I've never seen him play.
Yeah, he's right. I mean, I've never seen him play, but like, there's a lot of people use him in FIFA, mate, as like a super sub. He's a fucking nightmare. Rapid, mate. He is absolutely rapid. So, is it Bergwijn, you reckon, Danny boy? Yeah. Bergwijn, maybe. Which is probably right, because usually the J's are fucking silent, aren't they, when it comes to Dutch guys. But yeah, I mean, how much has Spurs got him for, or is it a loan? Is it a loan with a 27? Is it?
Yeah.
I think this is a good signing for Spurs myself.
Well, it should be. I reckon he's pretty decent. But the
only thing is I don't.
It's whether he's got the same mentality as Depay. So obviously
this is it.
I
mean, it all depends.
A lot of promise from PSV as well. Well, it depends on whether he has the same mentality, because Depay come thinking he was a baller and everything, and obviously he's matured.
But then he's gone back to Leon. He's gone back to Leon, mate. Yeah, I was gonna say he's ripping it up.
I'm surprised Man United, because they got a buyback clause in his contract on the sale. So I'm surprised Man United haven't signed him back.
Yeah, so am I, to be fair, if that's the case. Especially at the moment. The only thing I'm just not sure about is link to Watford as backup for Sarr, who this guy was. I'm not sure that... Do Spurs need a winger? I think they've got bigger problems in the centre of the park, haven't they? I mean, Ndombele's been pretty...
Well, they haven't got any strikers, because Kane's injured.
Yeah, but Bergwijn, he's not a striker, he's a winger.
If they put him on the wing, that frees up... they'll probably play Son on the right, and I suppose because they've got they're using Sessegnon as a left back, because Rose is just not up to scratch.
Well, I think Rose looks like he's on his way out to like Newcastle or somewhere along those lines.
Enough. And Ben Davies is average at best, so I think they've been using Sessegnon at left back instead of left wing.
So are you thinking of pushing left?
They've just lost Ericsson as well.
Ericsson, yeah, which we've got
Labella's here and there. So I reckon
this is what I mean, mate. I think it's a great signing for Spurs, don't get me wrong. I just don't know whether they need a winger right now. I think that they've got more problems in the middle of the park. Obviously, losing Ericsson, who I know has been very underperforming this year. But Harry Winks is decent, don't get me wrong. Dyer is, well, Dyer. And Dombele, I think, has picked up quite a few injuries, and he's not quite taken to the Premier League as much as they
I think
probably
he's got
thought.
another season
Like,
for his. They just and they've also signed permanently now Lo Celso as
Lo
well.
Celso. Yeah, so that's probably their replacement, I suppose, for Eriksen, because Lo Celso wasn't getting a game, was he, while Eriksen was around? So, I mean, it's a good signing because I think this fella's going to be decent, and he's rapid. I'm looking forward to seeing how he gets on in the Premier League. It's just a shame that he's going to be in a Spurs shirt, but we'll see how it goes. So Danny Boy reckons that he was linked with Watford as a replacement to Ismaili Sarr. So I mean, if he's looking at a replacement for Ismaili Sarr, then that's quite odd.
Backup, I suppose. It's more of a who can play.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see whether he plays or not. I guess. Obviously, he's a decent player from what I can gather from FIFA, but obviously FIFA's a very different game to what real life is.
I've never actually
in
used
there that are
like manager,
cheat codes.
I've never used that.
And then our final one actually on the scene is Christian Eriksen. Now, this one we reported last week. And this has now been done. Eriksen is now an Inter Milan player. I tell you what, Inter Milan are buying up the Premier League like no tomorrow, aren't they?
Conte's been busy. Conte's their manager as well.
Yeah, mate. So he's got Ashley Young in.
Ashley Young.
He was looking at Giroud, wasn't he? Now got Eriksen.
They got Moses. They got
Moses.
And of course they have Lukaku and Sanchez as well.
Yeah. Yeah, very interesting for Inter Milan. I think Eriksen's a great shout anyway. I think if Conte can actually get him going again, Eriksen's an unbelievable player.
It's
whether or not
stupid
they can get
that he's not putting the effort in this first half of the season, because actually he should have been at Real Madrid, but in the end he's ended up at Inter.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think if he'd have played well this year, I think he could have got his move to Real Madrid right now, because they're not exactly looking the best in the world, are they? Isn't there talks of Isco Liverpool as well?
I think that one went out. I don't think it's
That died off, is it?
Yeah. So yeah, they've got from the Premier League, they've got Young, Moses, Sanchez, Eriksen, and Lukaku, all signed from Premier League teams this season.
It's mad, isn't it? Mad.
And then they got in Godin as well.
I'll tell you what, Barcelona have been quite busy recently, like with their bids. So they put in a bid for Richarlison, 58 million or something crazy. Have you seen that?
Suarez, because he's out for the rest of the season.
Well, they've just apparently they're preparing a 20 million bid for Chelsea winger Willian. That's literally just come in.
That's odd.
That's hot off the press.
I don't think they need a winger.
That's what I mean, but
I saw the Richarlison 85.
So Richarlison, though.
We can play up top, and he's actually pretty decent up top. As well as on
fair one.
So I imagine, but I know they need a replacement for Suarez because he's out for the rest of the season, I think.
Obviously, the other one that was done today just is this Susek fella. Czech midfielder Thomas Susek from Slavia Prague. Did we report
this last week?
I think we reported that there was potential links.
Oh, God, it's in Barcelona. I don't think. Where is the guy? Is he in China? Where is he?
I think he is in China, mate. I think he is.
Yeah, Shanghai Shinner.
Giroud's like being linked all over the place. Like Giroud's now turned around and said
Chelsea want to get rid of him because they're not playing him.
So Inter can't agree a fee with Chelsea for Giroud, so Spurs will make a move. We're told they're interested and he's open to a move.
Spurs have apparently put a limit of £10 million for that deal, so if they're going to sign him, it's going to be £10 million maximum.
I don't know if Giroud's worth any more than that. He's not the most prominent. I know they need a striker. He's not the most prominent striker in the world, is he? Giroud was best at Montpellier and Arsenal. Like, he's not been amazing anywhere else, has he? I mean, he's a great player, mate. I love Giroud. He's banging them in China. Yeah, it's China, Danny boy. Jakey could bang him in China.
Well, hold on.
Let's not get stupid. Right. So, also the other one that I haven't got on this scene, and I really should have, is but that's because it's literally. Shut up.
Yes, for a penalty. Come on, he's in my team. That'll do.
Did Firmino get the penalty?
I don't think they get it. Does it count? I don't know.
I think it does. I think it counts an assist. Is this game live anywhere?
Probably BT, maybe.
Oh, I've got BT, so we could do a little talk along.
I don't think it is.
No, it's not, mate. No, it's St Johnstone Celtic. I don't really think I fancy
Man United
that,
also winning 1-0 away to Matic, assisted by Fred.
Right, I'll tell you what. Let me get one of these games up.
Man United,
what's that on?
I'll probably on Sky.
What's that on?
Caravan.
Right, okay. Let's get this up. Who do you want on, Jakey? Do you want Man United or do you want Liverpool? Or should I try and get both of them up?
Let's get this. I'm gonna get things up on my computer. Oh, league. Thanks.
Oh, I need to mute that. Right. So if I bring that out.
Just one League Cup. There we are.
Okay. Now, I've got Man United and Man City just above your head, Jakey. In fact, I'm going to have to drop you down a little bit.
Oh, that's Rodri.
Or is it stuttering?
Both teams are playing three at the back.
Right, is that? Yeah, so that's fine now. What, both teams playing three at the back, are they?
Playing three at the back, yeah.
They've both got good sides out, to be fair. Right, I've got the United stream on. I'm just wondering if I can get the Liverpool one for you as well.
You don't want to insert too much, do you?
Not really. It seems to be okay at the moment, so maybe I should probably leave it.
If I put these next to each other, I can try and remember to keep looking at them.
Oh, I'll tell you what, that was unlucky.
So I think we're on about a transfer that you hadn't put on there. Am I right in thinking?
Yes, which is no, it wasn't. It's actually the Bruno Fernandes to Man United. Obviously, this is pretty much a done deal, barn a medical. So it does look like Bruno Fernandes.
On personal terms as well, but I think that's pretty much already agreed, if that makes sense.
I would say they tend to usually agree personal terms before they get the medical sorted, don't they? So yeah. I would say as long as the medical goes through, Bruno Fernandes is probably going to be a Man United player. How do you feel about this, Jakey? Because obviously, I don't know if is it something you guys really need?
We needed something creative with the absence of Pogba and McTominay at the moment. I think he's going to be more of an attacking.
Did you just put?
I didn't say
McTominay.
I didn't say it was creative.
You just said McTominay was. You just said McTominay was creative.
I didn't say he was creative. I just said with the absence of those two, we haven't got any sort of creativity.
Okay, good.
I mean, McTominay's
not.
It's more of a shithouse.
He's certainly not creative, is he?
Well, I mean, this finish against Arsenal was pretty creative, wasn't it? Was it against Arsenal?
It wasn't. If Xhaka doesn't duck, it's about as creative as my little fucking finger.
I think they're running off the bus, so you know.
If that wasn't creative, that was literally if Xhaka doesn't duck, yeah, That's and he lets it hit his head. There isn't even a question of a goal. Like literally, Xhaka would be dead.
But no,
it wouldn't
we
have
are
come.
definitely missing him with Matic in the team. Let's face it. Even if he had scored tonight.
Yeah, no, you are, mate. To be fair, I'm not going to dispute
But
that. McTominay's a decent player.
I think he's more because he's scored quite a few goals, so I imagine he's more attacking than in the centre of the park. So he might be
Than
something
Matic, yeah.
to have instead of Lingard.
But I mean, Matic has got. I tell you what, mate. City, they've scored. No's got his flag up. Let me just see this. Okay, so I mean, to be fair, mate, since I've turned it on, it's been all. Yeah, VAR. There is VAR because it's a Premier League stadium. Okay, so the ball he's off, mate. He's off.
This is disgusting. I just looked at the stats. City have had 9 shots with 3 on target. Man United have had 1 shot with 1 on target. We're barely in Man City at the minute.
Oh, what's happened to the stream?
Oh, hello. Be right back. It's gone black on here as well. Oh, it's back.
Be right back. Is it back? Is it?
YouTube. It's not on.
What's going on here? Oh, there we go.
That was weird.
Give you be right back. You be right back. Right.
You chatted shit to your own stream.
Oh, I'm fucking telling it though. That shouldn't have happened.
Right. So what were we talking about?
We was talking about Bruno Fernandes, but I think we're pretty much done with that. You have got how much was Bruno Fernandes? Is it loan? Is it loan with option to buy, or is it straight?
I believe it's permanent, but they haven't said what the fee's going to be yet. Let me double check, see if there's any rumours on
it. The other one that I found weird that was reported earlier, mate, was Cedric Soares to Arsenal. Have you seen that?
Initial fee of 47 million, with add-ons up to 67 million. What was it you're on about?
So it's definitely
I think
Cedric Soares.
Cedric Soares. Yeah, Cedric for I would be surprised if Arsenal go for him, owing to the fact he's probably more injury prone than Arsenal's players.
Yeah, I thought he was a centre half. My bad.
Actually, or Vestergaard.
Well, I'm not.
They're centre halves.
I'm not. Yeah, they're both. I don't really want any of that.
But no, he's their right back, but he's injured like the majority of the season. But you can tell Southampton have loaned in Walker Peters, so that could mean that deal could happen with Arsenal.
Yeah.
Because Walker Peters
when's
is the right back.
When's deadline day? Is it tomorrow?
Deadline day should be Friday, I believe. It's either that or Monday.
Friday, yeah.
Deadline day.
Why is this stopped? Why have you stopped?
January 2020. It is Friday. So Friday is deadline day.
Rightio. Bear with me, Jake. Got a bit of an issue with stream.
Games are about to be going into half time.
Right, that's now not working. So, yeah, okay, whatever. So we can't watch that anymore, Jakey, because it's not letting us.
Screwed your stream.
Yeah, and it says it's no longer. Rightio. Right, who else? So we spoke about
Premier League transfers last week.
Let's do it.
Let's face it, there's not exactly massive amounts. So
the window's been horrendous.
23rd, Aston Villa signed a highly rated youngster from Barcelona, Louis Barry. I think only moved there in the summer from West Brom.
Okay.
880,000, that is. Watford sold a player to Udinese, Ziegler. It's probably to balance the books from the Udinese transfer that went to Watford earlier on.
So Watford have signed Ziegler, did you say?
No, Watford has sold him. Watford signed a player from Udinese earlier on in the window.
Right. Danny Boy.
Newcastle signed a guy called Valentino Lazaro from Inter Milan on loan. Let's have a look at this one. 23-year-old Austrian international.
Did he play last night? No, he didn't play last night.
I doubt it. When did he sign? 24th. So he would have signed
Would
Friday.
have been signed for last night.
Where does he play? Possibly left back?
Yeah, so it is a striker that Barca are after, mate. Ziegler was someone half of Watford fans forgot.
As I say, it was probably
Fair
sort of balance the signing of the Udinese player earlier on this window. What position does Lazaro play? Because I know they need a left back.
I thought he was a forward. That was Villa, you said, wasn't it?
The striker, the one for Barca.
No, I thought that Villa signed a striker.
Oh, that was last. Where was I? Aaron Moy has made his move to Brighton permanent.
Oh, okay.
I believe it must have been a loan then, but it didn't say there was like a. It's undisclosed. I haven't got an amount for that one. Where else are we? It says low, and that's everything. I mean, all the ones we've already mentioned. It says it's Tottenham, Peter to Southampton, Susek to West Ham,
Yeah.
Abamari to Arsenal, and White to Tottenham.
Obviously, Rojo looks like he's on his way out as well. Don't know if you've seen that.
What was rumoured to be part of the Bruno Fernandes deal, but.
Oh, was it? I think he's going back home, apparently. Mikel Arteta blocks Arsenal's move for 20 million man.
Estudiantes, that's Argentina, Estudiantes.
Oh, Argentina, is it?
Yeah, so it's back to where he's from. Man United apparently looking.
Thank God for that. Looks
Valencia,
like.
But what was he saying?
Looks like that. You know that Kazawa link that Arsenal had.
Yeah.
Kazawa, the PSG left back. Looks like Arteta's blocked Edu from getting that over the line. Thank God. I don't think he's the answer, mate. Like he hardly plays for him.
Arsenal.
Okay, so apparently Arsenal have agreed fee for Shakhtar, that Shakhtar Donetsk centre half. You know, the one that we were looking at reported last week.
Agreed. The deal. Matvienko.
Yeah, so it looks like apparently a deal has been agreed. Services centre back before the end of the window, so they reckon he's going to get over the line before. That'll be 2 centre halves in. Oh, that won't be a travesty. Yeah, that won't be half bad.
Arsenal will not.
So yeah, we're closing in on second.
50 million.
I wouldn't be surprised if Barcelona come in for it, mate. I really wouldn't.
Well, if you put an £85 million bid in for Richarlison, I know they're banning 30.
To be fair, mate, 50 million. He's the wrong side of 30. I think doesn't he turn 31 soon? I don't think that's half bad, mate. To be honest.
Well, Barcelona are.
If I'm honest.
Well, it doesn't say if they're going to make that bid.
No, I know. I know that it's been pottering around today all day long, isn't it?
June will be 31. It's the end of the season. Sheffield United are looking at Sander Berge for 27 million, and we're also in talks to sign Richaro Zivkovic.
I've just found an article, right, and the title of it is "Hurts My Heart." Right. Ari joined Flamengo last year from City, where Arteta was assistant coach, having been on their books since 2016, but whose only senior action came from loan stints at Girona, Breda and Deportivo. The 26-year-old made 30 appearances for Brazilian clubs, scoring 3 goals and registering assists, en route to the Brazilian Serie A title. Copa to Libertadores and the Club World Cup final, which obviously they got knocked out to by Liverpool. South American football expert Tim Vickery has spoken out about how highly he rates Mari in conversation with TalkSport earlier this week, describing him as the most important player in the team.
It's interesting, then.
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't know. I can only go by what I'm reading. But, you know, the biggest thing is we're going out for defenders. And we're looking at defenders, which is what we need. So. Right, is there literally anything else here? That this window has been so shit.
I'm just running through.
Usually we get through the rumours. Usually we get so excited about now. What we got? 2 days left. Wednesday, today, Thursday, Friday. 2 days left before deadline day.
Well, in fairness, four deals have gone through today
rubbish.
So far, and the fifth potential.
Yeah.
Maybe a sixth as well.
But it's been quiet. It's been quiet, isn't it?
Usually deadline day there might be a few, but might not be much. I don't know. See what happens.
I hope it's.
It's not usually
picks
as
up a little
busy
bit.
as the summer window.
No, I know it's not. No.
But wait just to run through these. See if there's anything. So apparently, Christoph Piatek wants to leave AC Milan for Tottenham. Obviously, he's a striker, and AC Milan just.
I've seen that.
AC
Milan have just signed Ibra, have they?
Yeah, the way they signed him at the start of the window, didn't they?
Yes.
Wijnaldum
I totally forgot about that.
has admitted he's unsure whether he'll be at Liverpool next season.
He's getting pushed out a bit now, though, isn't he?
He's coming up to 30 as well, so maybe they want to put him out for someone a bit younger. Bayern refused to rule out a move for Sane. I know they were interested quite heavily in the summer. They're also looking at Thomas Lemar, but Atletico said he will not move in January. Wolves are trying to sign a guy called Daniel Pedence from Olympiacos. Expected to be £21 million in the next 48 hours.
Never heard of Daniel Pedence.
I've heard of him. I don't know much. West Ham have begun talks with Salzburg for Rasmus Christensen.
Danny Boy says, seeing our relegation rivals sign players hurts. Are you boys not linked with anyone then? There not any report? Yeah, let's try and find some Watford stuff. News. Watford.
Apparently, Zinedine Zidane vetoed the deal for Christian Eriksen.
There you go, mate.
Zinedine Zidane vetoed a deal for Christian Eriksen.
Vetoed?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
They said no, I think.
Oh, okay.
Chelsea have
launched late bid for Pedersen.
Chilwell and Hakim Ziyech as their main summer transfer targets. Cavani's
Watford linked with late move for Birmingham City's Christian Pedersen.
Birmingham City, that's the league.
Wow.
So,
he's a fullback as well. That's going to help you, Danny boy, eh?
Of course it.
Rose and other random fullbacks. Yeah, I can see that. Have you got a problem at fullback then, have you, Danny boy?
Do they have fullbacks?
What they play? Do they not play three at the back?
Both games at half time 1-0 as well.
Roger Dodger. That's literally all I can see as well. Danny Boy's right. It's very quiet on the whole Watford side.
Well, they're playing Mariappa at right back. He's a centre back. And Messina, I don't recognise Messina. He's playing left back. And they got Craig Dawson and Craig Cathcart in the middle. So they've got an aging defensive line.
Yeah, really aging. There's really not a lot going on.
That was the team that started against Tottenham, but they didn't get anyone else.
How do you think Bruno Fernandes will change Man United? Do you think they'll be more stronger in terms of their creative play and general attacking play, especially with his fantastic passing range? They're going to be no worse with him, mate. I think, like Jakey said earlier, because we had a little discussion about it earlier, and I do believe that he's going to make Man United more attacking minded or better going forward. I mean, although Fred's been playing really well, he's definitely going to be a more attacking minded than Fred, because I think Fred is supposed to be, but he's not. He's not very prominent in doing so, is he?
He's more. I think he's more of a defensive minded player. So he's still a defensive player. I think Bruno Fernandes is going to be more of that attacking midfield Jesse Lingard role more than the defensive midfield. So that is an area that's been struggling this season.
Kind of like what Ander Herrera was before, because he's obviously gone to PSG, hasn't he? Didn't he go at the beginning of the season?
Well, at the way his contract ran out, they didn't give him a new contract. Gave Phil Jones a new one and Chris Smalling. Still annoyed about that. Ander Herrera has gone backwards and forwards for 125.
I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be a similar player to Ander Herrera. So I think he's definitely going to be. It's going to be massively how he sells. I mean, there's very few leagues out there that players come in from those leagues and actually perform straight off the bat. I think the biggest problem for Man United is they might already be too far into the season to be able to get this guy going right now.
Looking at, Sporting...
But he's young, isn't he? He's only like, what, 24?
Sporting's last game, he played attacking midfield and behind their striker.
Oh, he's definitely an attacking midfielder, mate.
100%. 25.
25, is he?
Yeah.
So I think he'll definitely make Man United stronger than what they are right now, Zebster, for sure. What do you feel about it, mate? Like, what are you? I mean, I presume you're a Man United fan, so how do you feel about it? That's what I want to know. Because I think if this was like me, sat here talking about us signing him for Arsenal, I mean, I know bits and pieces of Bruno Fernandes, but I would feel that there's probably better out there. However, who's available is a completely different scenario altogether. I think he's going to be very similar to Ander Herrera. And to be fair, Ander Herrera I thought was very good for United. I don't think he was bad. He's definitely, like Jakey said, he was a busy fucking player. I think
he's going to be more attacking than Ander Herrera.
Because Herrera was more of a central midfield. Yeah.
So I feel like he's going to be more literally, more attacking.
Set up there, like an Özil
sort of
role.
Player. I think he'll do a bit more than defensive. Yeah, I think he'll be more there than Mata, but he can get back and forwards a bit quicker than Mata. And he can
because Mata's obviously
aging. Hopefully he's Jesse Lingard with an end product.
Was that right wing back and left wing back then, I presume, Danny Boy, with 3 centre halves? But yeah, Watford are really not doing a lot at all, to be fair. Let's have a look.
So Watford are still... It's a very close one, though. Ooh.
What's that?
But this is... Wow. So Southampton have dragged themselves out massively. They're now 9th.
Southampton?
Yeah, but the bottom 3 is Norwich on 17, Watford on 23, Bournemouth on 23. Then above them, West Ham on 23. This is points. Aston Villa on 25, Brighton on 25. Then we got Newcastle, Burnley, Everton, Palace, and Arsenal all on 30.
It's mad, isn't it? This league is mad this year.
Consider it, Liverpool have literally just got all the points and everyone else. Because, I mean, even then, Man United are on 34 and they're 5th.
I was going to say, because Arsenal ain't a million miles behind Man United, who are 5th. I think Chelsea are like 6 points, away from Arsenal.
Chelsea is 6 in front of United. They're 10 in front of Arsenal.
10, is it? So yeah, like 10. Obviously, I would say now top 4 is completely out of the question for Arsenal.
There's still 14.
Chelsea would have.
14 games to go, so there is a good chance.
I think Chelsea would have to have a shocker though, mate, and Arsenal would have to have like the best 14 games in a row that they've had for a long time. I'm not
Wow.
saying that that's impossible for us.
Wow. Okay. Arsenal have won this season the same amount of games of Bournemouth and West Ham and Brighton.
Yeah, it's not. We've had tons
They've
of
won
draws
one
this
more
year,
game
mate.
than Watford, and Watford spent half the season bottom of the league.
Yeah, we've drawn so many. I mean, Watford being one of them, mate. I mean, it was a lot. A lot of that though, mate, is under Emery. So we obviously
There's only
we're getting in front in games and then losing them. Like there was so many games this season, like Watford, one of them. We were 2-0 up and then got beat, drew 2-2. You know, it's just been it's been like a running theme while we were under Emery. We just couldn't shut out teams. You know, like we could get the goals, but then couldn't shut them out. But defensively, we've been poor. I mean, I think we drew at Norwich after being 1-0 up.
your last 5
Sheffield,
games have been 3 draws, 1 win, 1 loss.
yeah. Who was the loss against? That was Chelsea, right?
No, you drew Chelsea, didn't you? 2-2.
Yeah, but obviously the last 5. Just trying to think
Premier
who.
League.
Yeah, who's the loss to?
It was the one before they beat Man United.
Sure, that was Chelsea.
Man City. Hang on, I'm looking way too far down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it was Chelsea.
Yeah, because I don't think I think that was the last game that Ljungberg was in charge, because Arteta's undefeated so far. Let's have a look here what we got from Zebster. I mean, he's done fantastic for Sporting, but I just don't know if he can replicate that kind of world-class form in the Premier League. I'm hoping he does well and that he can link up with the others. Yeah, I mean, I hope he does okay as well, because he's still a young guy. Like you say, mate, I mean, the Premier League is a very different kettle of fish. Like a lot of the players, like look at Pepe, for instance, mate. We spent a lot of money. Arsenal spent a lot of money on Pepe. And he's come over here and he's starting to get there now, but he needs a lot of work.
Pepe's even younger,
but he is still a very
20,
young. Yeah, he's 20, I think, something like that. 21,
this
22.
Guy's
I'm not sure.
Couple of seasons out of his peak, I reckon. 3 or 4 off his peak. Midfield, 28, 29.
Guendouzi?
I don't know what Guendouzi lol's all about.
No, I'm not sure.
Man United have at half time and bought on Daniel James.
If you want to laugh about anything, there's got to be Granit Xhaka in it. But yeah, so I think that Arsenal would need a really good 14 games. I know they've drawn quite a few with Arteta, but to be honest, mate, most of those games we actually went down. We were actually losing and came back to draw ourselves rather than the other way around. Like the Chelsea game, we drew, but we were down both times. I'm sure the first Bournemouth game we were 1-0 down and came back to draw 1-1. But yeah, we have had too many draws. That's been Arsenal's problem, mate. It's too many draws. We obviously went through a spell of getting battered by everybody.
Yeah.
But defensively, we were so bad.
But in fairness, looking at the table, hang on, I've lost the table. Only Man City and Liverpool have lost less games than Arsenal.
Oh yes, I remember that now, Danny boy. Say that again, sorry, mate.
Only Man City and Liverpool have lost less games than Arsenal.
That's what I mean. So we haven't particularly lost a great deal.
It's just you're not picking up.
We're not winning
finishing
games.
The games off.
Yeah, and that has been the biggest problem under Emery. But obviously Emery. I mean, how many losses have we actually got? Is it 6? 7? 6. So that isn't actually, when you look at it halfway through the season, it's not actually that bad.
That's the same amount as wins as you got. That's where the problem is. So
that's the biggest issue, mate. It's way too many draws.
6 losses. So Man United have won 9, drawn 7, lost 8.
That's our biggest problem.
They're not picking up the wins against the weaker teams.
The smaller teams, yeah. And that's how Arsenal used to be, mate. Arsenal used to be in this situation where they would play great against top 6, 5, but they would struggle immensely with like the Brightons, Watfords, Newcastles, Crystal Palace.
So the only team,
You know,
Man
but
United, in the bottom half have done a double over is Norwich. So we lost to Watford,
yeah, his
lost to
free kicks
Bournemouth,
are.
lost to West Ham. We lost to Newcastle, lost to Burnley, lost to Palace. And it's only Everton, Brighton, and Aston Villa that I'm not too sure on whether Man United lost to or not.
Yeah, Zebster. Pepe's free kicks are quality, mate. I mean, he did take one on the weekend that was absolutely horrific, though, to be fair. The weekend? Bournemouth, Monday. It was absolutely horrific. But his free kicks are decent. Those two in the Europa League were quality. And to be fair, mate, they saved our Europa League, to be honest, because I think if he doesn't score those, I think we're out. But yeah, you know, he's got a lot of work. But I think he can be good. I just don't know if he's going to live up to the like 78 million that we paid for him. I think that's the biggest problem. I don't know if he's worth that much money. Really don't. I mean, that's just me. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, that's just my personal opinion. Right, let's get off transfers, Jakey, because to be perfectly honest, mate, that's pretty much it for now, isn't it? We've gone through most of the rumours. Last time Watford scored a free kick was 2016. No way, Danny boy. Is that legit? Surely not. Right, let's get gone. Right, we have moved on to results.
So we're currently seeing the one result.
Yeah. So we are at a point where So I haven't got the results score table up there just purely because we haven't finished this game week. Obviously, as you can see, Jakey's slowly crawling back. I'm pretty sure he's going to overtake me again. That's just the way it's going to be. I can just feel it.
You know what it was? There was too
Terrible
many games.
Christmas. He was poorly. He was poorly.
You know, I must have. You know, it was fatigue as well from the typing. And you know, with his amount of games, I sort of brought the fatigue on. I picked up. You know,
to all his ladies, you know, he had thumb typing. You know, he's fatigued from typing to all his ladies. He's got like literally queuing up outside his house, just waiting to be, well, for want of a better word, smashed by Jakey. You know, so Jakey obviously has to take up these opportunities when he gets them. So you know, I can understand the fatigue over Christmas. You know, ladies need loving. So does Jakey. But yeah, he is slowly crawling back, clambering his way back. But yeah, so results: Aston Villa versus Watford. Jakey put 2-0. I put 2-1. It was 2-1, but Aston Villa. So me and Jakey scored nil. That is correct, isn't it? I haven't fucked you over this time.
Chamber. I did check it, and you were correct. So yeah, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain has scored. Who got the assist? You know.
Come on,
Salah or Alexander-Arnold.
Bournemouth versus Brighton. I put 1-1. Jakey put 0-0. So we both went for a draw there, and Bournemouth battered them 3-1. So Jakey got a point for I believe the one. Yeah, the one. Crystal Palace versus Southampton. Jakey put 1-0. I put 2-2. It was 2-0. So Jakey got 2 points for the correct outcome and the 0, and I got 1 point for the 2. Everton versus Newcastle. Jakey put 2-0. I put 2-1. It ended 2-2. We both got a point. What did I get a point for? The 2. Jakey got a point for the 2. Sheffield United versus Man City. Both of us put 1-0. So obviously, you know, we know our stuff when it comes to Sheffield United.
Salah assist.
Oh, it's a Salah assist. Great.
Have you not
marvelous?
No, you have Mane.
Yeah, Mane. And I couldn't change him because we're already in midweek. Yeah, so we both got 5 points off of the Sheffield United and Man City.
You know, I should have made Salah my captain. Triple captain. Motherfucker.
You alright, hun? Beb? You okay? What are you digging for? Huh? Huh? You got a biscuit? What biscuits have you got? What biscuits have you got? He's a cheeky monkey. He's hiding biscuits from me. Where are we? Chelsea versus Arsenal. Jakey put 2-0 to Chelsea. I put 2-1 to Chelsea, and it ended up 2-2. Turned out to be a great result for Arsenal, considering we had Luis sent off.
Stupid piece of... That was 2-0.
To be fair, mate. To be fair. No, it wasn't, mate. It was 1-0.
It was Everton. That's the one. Been there 2-0 lead in the 94th and 5th minute. He conceded.
That's right. I remember you moaning about that.
I did that last week, didn't I?
So Leicester versus West Ham. We both put 2-1 for this. It ended up 4. I mean, that's an absolute result for Leicester, that, isn't it? 4-1.
West Ham, let's face it, aren't the best team in a minute.
No, they're not. They're doing really bad. Do you know what? Well, as well, quick stat. I heard that that's something like David Moyes' like 7th 4-1 defeat Premier League West Ham or something stupid like that.
That'd be interesting to see what happens.
Not this season, but in total, if you know what I mean. Okay, so Tottenham versus Norwich. Jake put 3-0, I put 1-0, it finished 2-1, so both got a point. Man United versus Burnley. Jake put 2-0, I put 1-0, and unfortunately for Jakey, they got battered. I actually watched this game, and I was shocked and stunned.
Bounce, didn't they? 2 on the counter.
Yeah, battered, as I say. No points anyway for any of us. Wolves versus Liverpool. I believe I watched this. Did I watch this? Pretty sure I watched this.
Caught the end of it.
Yes, I'm pretty sure I watched this as well. Yeah, so Jakey put 3-0, I put 2-0, it ended up 2-1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did watch that. I'm sure I did. And we've got West Ham versus Liverpool tonight, which is my result. Jakey's result said 4-0. I said 3-0. At the moment, it's 2-0. So one more goal would be lovely. And that should... No, one more goal should be lovely. And then that should tip me over the edge and Jakey will not be clawing back at me. Yeah, lovely jubbly.
To be fair, it's a high-scoring game, 14 and 13.
It is, mate, actually. We've picked up quite a few points. I think a lot of it's... we haven't got any right.
We got City, Sheffield United. I suppose there is 11 games, but that's still 14-13 with 10.
Yeah, because obviously the last one hasn't been put on there yet. So, yeah, it's quite a high-scoring one, to be fair. You are right. Okay, so we've got the predictions for this weekend, which is really odd. This is why it's all a bit odd this week, guys, because obviously we've got this midweek catch-up game, so everything's a little bit like unfinished, if you like. So in a minute you're going to see our teams for the Fantasy Premier League, which like both could
neither of us have changed our teams. Because we're waiting to see if there's any more injuries or anything.
Yeah, we're waiting to see what the score is. Yeah, and plus the fact, like, I'm sure both of us are going to end up getting back out a couple of the Liverpool players just purely because they're not going to have a double game week. So yeah, I mean it's all a bit up in the air this one.
Firmino hasn't scored at home for Liverpool all season.
And Firmino hasn't scored at home yet, so I'm definitely getting Firmino out. Whatever happens, Firmino's coming out. I don't know what he's talking about. So this week's predictions, as usual, Jacob, I'll read them out. You go and crack on, and then I'll read them out after. So Leicester versus Chelsea.
Both teams have hit a sort of snag in their form. So I think it might be a 1-1, though. Leicester did win 4-1 last week, so maybe interesting. They did just get out of the Carabao Cup last night as well.
They did, and they had a strong side out, to be fair. So I went for a 2-1 Leicester win, but that was before the Carabao Cup. So, I mean, I think Jakey might be right here with a 1-1 draw.
Mine was before the Carabao Cup as well, just to point out.
So, Bournemouth versus Aston Villa.
Bournemouth turned a corner last week and won 3-1, but Aston Villa did also beat Watford, who were playing well. So, it could be an interesting one. We're going with 2-1 to Bournemouth.
I've gone for a 2-1 to Villa, and again, this was before the Carabao Cup, and I'm actually quite glad that I did it now, because obviously that was a good result for them against Leicester, to be fair, mate. Leicester are a decent side. Bournemouth aren't doing the best at the moment, and I tell you what, mate, they were horrific against Arsenal in the first half. They were so poor, it was unreal. Crystal Palace versus Sheffield United.
I've gone against. Well, I've gone different to you as well. I think Sheffield United are going to edge this one 1-0.
And I've gone with a
I
cheeky
think
little
this can
Palace
easily
1-0.
be a
So
0-0 as well. I'm hoping so.
yeah,
I'll
it
put
could easily
Lundstrom
be.
back in.
I don't think I took Lundstrom out. Liverpool versus Southampton.
I think Southampton obviously turned the corner this season, and I think they might do. I think they might sneak a goal, but I've gone with a 2-0 just on the safe side.
I'd love it for Southampton to see off
I would too.
Liverpool. I really would. But I've gone for a 3-0 Liverpool. I think Liverpool will be far too good for them, to be honest. Newcastle versus Norwich.
I think I was being a bit optimistic here.
I think you might have
But
been.
yeah, apparently I've gone for Newcastle 1, Norwich 1, so who knows?
Anyway, I've gone for a 2-1, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, Watford versus Everton. Sorry, Danny boy.
I've been a bit nicer. I've gone with a 2-2 draw. I think
Yeah, you have.
Everton are still not quite finding their form just yet, and they're drawing a few games. And Watford, still gone with a 2-2.
I've gone for a 3-1 Everton. I think it's going to be fairly convincing, but we'll see. We'll see. West Ham versus Brighton.
I think with West Ham's current form and the midweek game as well, I think Brighton are going to edge them.
Yeah, I totally forgot about the midweek game, didn't I, when putting these in? Disregard my result there, because I don't think it's going to be right in any stretch of the imagination.
I made mine without thinking about it. I only come up with that reason today.
Yeah,
I think Brighton would edge them on current form anyway.
I think we'll just disregard my result there. Man United versus Wolves.
So Man United and Wolves have played each other 3 times already this season. There has been 2 draws and a win for Man United. There's been
funny old thing, we've both gone for draws.
There's been 2 1-1 draws, I believe. Was it a 0-0 the one before? And Man United won 1-0. So I've gone with a 1-0.
Well, mate. I've gone for a 2 for that one, but I've definitely gone for the draw. I reckon it's going to be a draw. Burnley versus Arsenal.
Gone with Arsenal to win 2-0. However, with Burnley, you never know this season.
You never know with Burnley, and I certainly don't think Arsenal will keep a clean sheet away from home. But hey, we'll see what happens. Spurs versus Man City.
Well, Spurs. I think they're already falling under Mourinho. But I think City.
I agree with you, mate. The thing is, mate, right, is I called it from the start, and so did you. Both of us said I don't think Mourinho is the right man to go in there. Now I know they had the Mourinho effect to start with, but I just said I don't think Mourinho is the right man to go in there.
It seems to be like falling off on their results and everything. Let's have a look.
Yeah, everything just seems cack, man. And obviously we've got the top 10, which Arsenal are literally just staying in there by the skin of their teeth. It would be nice for Arsenal to be moving up this little ladder a little bit more, but obviously the furthest we can go, even with a win on the weekend, is 8th, and that obviously depends on other results.
So Tottenham's last few games, they lost to Southampton 1-0. Well, let's actually go back. They drew with Norwich 2-2. So this was on the 28th of December. They lost to Southampton 1-0. They drew with Middlesbrough 1-0. They lost to Liverpool 1-0. They beat Middlesbrough in a replay 2-1. Drew with Watford 0-0. Squeezed past Norwich 2-1. And then drew with Southampton 1-0. It's been their games.
Yeah, it's not been the best, is it? But, they're 6th. They're up there. They're 4 points away from us, which is annoying. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully Arsenal can start clawing their way. I mean, if Arsenal finish 5th, I'll take that. I'll take us getting into Europa League again. If we finish outside the top 5,
that's still one better than last season.
Yeah, fair one, mate. If we finish outside the top 5, then we have to win the Europa League, and I just don't see it. And that's to qualify for a European competition. I know it will be the Champions League, but I just don't see us. I don't see us getting in there unless we get in the top 5. So I don't see us winning the Europa League. So Arsenal's.
Man United finished last season.
Oh yes, it will. It will. Does it not depend on the cup games and stuff?
Well, it depends on who wins the cups, but at the moment it's going to be between Man City and Man United. Man City are going through against Aston Villa, and the FA Cup. Who knows for the moment?
Yeah, fair one. I know we've got Portsmouth away next for the FA Cup. Yeah, so, you know, at the moment, it's still up in the air. Like you say, Jakey, there's still 14 games left. 7th? Oh, right. Danny reckons that up to 7th gets you right. Oh, yeah, of course, because Wolves were in there as well last year.
Yeah, sorry, yeah,
this
5th
year.
and 6th, I think, have got guaranteed, and 7th is depending on
7th
cups.
has to play loads of games.
So 7th has to qualify,
Okay,
and
so
it depends on who wins the cups. So if Aston Villa and, say, Southampton won the FA Cup and the League Cup,
then it would only be 5th and 6th.
Then it would only be 5th and 6th, I believe. In fact, it might
So,
not
I
even
mean,
be
Arsenal's
6th
aim is to
in
get.
that sense.
Arsenal's aim is to get. Ultimately, Arsenal's aim is to get into a Europe spot. Really, if we don't, then that's a travesty this year. But we haven't deserved it either. So, you know, we are where we deserve to be right now. I think since Arteta's come in, I think we probably deserve to be a little bit higher, picked up a couple more points. But let's see what happens in the next 14 games. Right, next up. So, again, guys, I'm just going to pretty much skip past these next two scenes. And the reason being is, so me and Jakey are pretty much finished now. So if you have got any other questions or anything else you want to talk about, by all means, hit us up. But basically, these are the teams that we've got picked right now, but we can't do anything, like we can't do no transfers or anything like that because Liverpool.
Well, we could.
We're stuck in a game.
We could have made transfers, even though we're in the middle of a game week, so it won't affect the team that we had. But basically, I was waiting to see what happened in the Liverpool West Ham game.
Well, injuries and stuff like that, isn't it? So I'm definitely going to be making changes.
I imagine Mane may be leaving my team, and I may be getting De Bruyne back in for a couple of weeks or so whilst Mane comes back.
Yeah, because he might not be ridiculously fit when he comes back anyway. So I have to be honest, I'm probably going to join Jakey on that front just for now.
I might have to get him back.
But I know I may have to spend 4 points because I don't know if I'm going to get 2 transfers free or
you got
not.
You got the wild card again if you need to go all out.
Got the wild card. Worst case scenario, got the wild card. I mean, if I'm going to play the wild card, I'm going to go super wild and get some of the players that have just been transferred in.
Or you can do and
see what happens.
Can do is it the free hit where you get to change your team for 1 week?
Yeah, there is that. So I'll have a look. So I need to utilise some of them.
Double game week for some of the other teams in the Premier League.
Yeah, fair one, mate.
A couple of
but anyway, yeah. So we're probably likely to make changes. It's probably not going to be our teams that we have, but this is what we've got right now. Anybody that does watch us back, if you want to join our fantasy league, the code is on screen. By all means, it's up there. By all means, jump in. We're more than happy to take new entrants, as long as you're not got like over 1,000 points, and you're more than welcome to join. This is obviously this week's fantasy league table. Again, this is in current week. This hasn't finished. This is still before the Liverpool game.
Arnold and Salah's results from today, and at the minute, Salah's going to be getting me a shit.
I'm waiting.
Alexander Arnold's going to be getting me a shit ton as well because it's a clean sheet.
I've got Van Dijk.
Although Mane's getting me absolutely soddle because he's not playing.
In fact, if we just go back to the
3 pissing points.
Unlucky, mate. So Firmino hasn't done anything, but he'll pick up a couple of points for me. Mane will get obviously binned out. Van Dijk will become my captain.
No, Mane played, so you won't change your captain.
Oh, Mane's played? I thought you said Mane wasn't even on the bench.
It counts for the both. I'm assuming it counts for both games.
Oh, yeah.
Because he played on the first one. It would count.
That's pretty cack, isn't it?
I'm hoping it doesn't happen, but I don't know if it will, because obviously mine will go to Alexander Arnold.
I think you're right, mate.
And that will be my triple captain.
I think you're right. I think Mane will keep his captaincy. Yeah. So that means that I can't remember because obviously this is the team
for Liverpool. So wow, so that is open for a clean sheet.
So I think I've got. I can't remember who's played because obviously this is us picking our team for this week. But I think I've got.
My team is exactly the team I had from last week. So Salah.
The problem is
you know.
I mean,
it does work like that with Mane. So fuck. 3 points from my triple captain.
I thought it would. I totally forgot that you got injured in the first game.
But you couldn't have changed him out for the second game anyway.
I can't. No, I couldn't do anything. so I had to leave him in regardless. Even though, to be honest, mate, my bench wouldn't have helped me anyway.
Well, Minks would have come
My
in from
bench
mine.
wouldn't
He
help
got
me,
9
so-
points because he scored.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm probably going to drop Ings to the bench this week though. 'Cause I can't see him doing a hell of a lot against Liverpool, but
Like a sneaker goal.
it just depends on how many. I might have to do a free hit, mate, just to change the whole side up just for this week, so I can gain another transfer free, if that makes sense. If I only get the one free transfer, I might have to play a free hit so I can change my side up, just so I've got the 2 transfers for the following week, so I can get both Mane and Firmino out. We'll have to see. Right, let's go back to the last slide. Okay, so yeah, again, this is in midweek. So we've got the Liverpool players and the West Ham players, if anyone's got any points to come in. So it could change slightly. I'm sure Claire's probably got some Liverpool players, so I can't see me moving. Flawless, where's he at? He's up there. Yeah, I don't know who Flawless has got for it. I mean, 32 is quite high. Danny Boy's got a lot of points here as well, hasn't he?
He's waiting on the Liverpool defence as well.
Yeah, he's going to be waiting on the Liverpool defence. So it looks like Danny Boy's could be right in the mix. Until he had such a bad start. So, things can change. We'll have to wait and see. I've had a doomer. Christmas screwed me up on this, Jakey. You got screwed up on the predictions. I got screwed up on this.
To be fair, I didn't make too many transfers over Christmas.
I totally forgot to pick my team for like 2 weeks. I tried to
2
pick games.
I think I made some. I think I missed at least one where I didn't pick the team at all.
Yeah, I made 2 mistakes, mate. I realised when the games were already started. I'm like, shit, I didn't realise they were on today. And then by that point, it's too late. You can't make your.
To be fair, I think one of the predictions I sent you literally about 20 minutes before the game was kicking off.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
I was like, oh shit, I need to send these.
Well, such is life. Right, so that's it from us tonight, guys. It's been a short one because obviously there's no point really going into too much of this fantasy league and stuff. There's not been a lot of transfers. We will try and start picking up some like interesting news and stuff like that. But obviously our interesting news at the moment is the transfers. So once the window closes, we'll try and get back onto like the interesting news and VAR. Well, I suppose it seems as though we haven't done any VAR for a while. We can also get some VAR nonsense that pick up over the weekend and stuff. So, in fact, we could probably have a discussion about VAR when the window closes, Jakey, just to see where we both stand with it right now. See where we're at. So see where we're at. But yeah, as for tonight, that's it from us, guys. If you are watching this previously and you do get as far as this, as in the end. Don't forget, if you have enjoyed it, like, follow, subscribe, share, tell your friends. Because let's be fair, me and Jake are all. There's no 2 ways about it. There's no argument. We're awesome. So, yeah. That's it from us, guys. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.